How the Petes came back from a 3-1 deficit in the third period to force overtime. The Petes were facing a tough challenge in Game 4 of the OHL Championship. They were trailing 3-1 to the Knights with less than 8 minutes left in the third period. They needed a miracle to keep their hopes alive. But they didn't give up. They showed their resilience and determination by scoring 3 goals in a span of 4 minutes to stun the Knights and their fans. It all started with a power play opportunity at 12:24 of the third period. The Petes coach decided to pull goalie Michael Simpson for an extra attacker, hoping to spark some offense. The gamble paid off as J. Avon scored his 3rd goal of the night and 10th of the playoffs on a rebound from a shot by Owen Beck. The Petes cut the lead to 3-2 and gained some momentum. Then, at 14:51, they struck again. This time, it was Brennan Othman who found the back of the net with a wrist shot from the slot after a nice pass from Connor Lockhart. Othman's 9th goal of the postseason tied the game at 3-3 and sent the Petes bench into a frenzy. The Knights were shell-shocked. They had let a 2-goal lead slip away in a matter of minutes. They tried to regroup and push for the go-ahead goal, but they ran into some bad luck. With 1:09 left in regulation, London's Easton Cowan was called for tripping, giving the Petes another power play chance. And they didn't waste it. Just 12 seconds into the man advantage, Donovan McCoy blasted a slap shot from the point that beat Owen Wilmore, who had replaced Zach Bowen in the Knights' net after the 4th Petes goal. McCoy's first goal of the playoffs gave the Petes a 4-3 lead and completed an incredible comeback. The Knights were stunned. They had no time left to respond. The Petes celebrated their dramatic victory and took a commanding 3-1 series lead. They had overcome a huge challenge and showed why they are one step away from winning their first OHL title since 2006. The game was tied at 3-3 after 3 periods of intense hockey. Both teams had chances to end it in the first overtime, but the goaltenders stood tall and kept the score level. The second overtime period started with a penalty to London's Easton Cowan for tripping at 19:51 of the first overtime. This gave Peterborough a power play opportunity to win the game and take a commanding 3-1 series lead. The Petes wasted no time setting up in the Knights' zone. They moved the puck around with precision and patience, looking for an opening. Owen Beck passed the puck to J. Avon at the right point, who then fed it to Brennan Othman at the left circle. Othman saw a lane and fired a wrist shot that beat Owen Wilmore, who had replaced Zach Bowen in the London net after the 4th Peterborough goal. The puck went in off the post and into the net, sending the Petes and their fans into a frenzy. Othman's goal was his 10th of the playoffs and his 2nd of the game. He was mobbed by his teammates as they celebrated their dramatic victory. The Petes had scored the game-winning goal in the second overtime period with a power play, thanks to Othman's clutch shot and Avon's smart pass. They had overcome a resilient Knights team that had fought back from a 4-1 deficit in the third period to force extra time. The Petes had shown their skill, speed and determination to win Game 4 of the OHL Championship and move 1 win away from their first title since 2006. The final buzzer sounded and the Peterborough Petes erupted in joy. They had just won Game 4 of the OHL Championship Series, beating the London Knights 5-3 and taking a commanding 3-1 lead in the best-of-7 series. The Petes players hugged each other on the ice, then skated over to their goalie Michael Simpson, who made 35 saves in the game. They lifted him up and carried him to the bench, where they were greeted by their coaches and staff. The Petes then lined up at center ice and saluted their fans, who had packed the Peterborough Memorial Centre and cheered them on throughout the game.